Welcome to my review of Fantastic Four First Steps 2025. Let's roll that intro and get straight into the review. Fantastic Four is, I believe, the fourth attempt at creating a Fantastic Four film in the modern day. This film takes a slightly different approach by setting the film in a futuristic 1940s inspired future. Although the setting of the world isn't the main draw of the film, it was quite refreshing to have a Marvel film set in a different type of world. In some of the Marvel solo films, there seems to be a bit of a power dynamic struggle where you wonder why the higher power characters and heroes aren't stepping in and helping some of the lower powered characters. But because this is set in a separate universe, this film doesn't seem to have that problem, and it almost feels as a little bit of a reset for this type of Marvel films and the problem that can cause in that question. You can believe the stakes that are happening and also be on the edge of your seat knowing that if these guys can't defeat these villains, nobody else is there to step in, and I really like that about the film and it played into its strength. The film starts off very quickly with a lot of montages and showing you lots of information very quickly. I found this a little bit overwhelming at first, and it was hard to follow at times. There are a few little emotional moments and character development here and there, as well as dialogue, but it was hard to be invested and fully have time to digest that when the pacing was so quick. Eventually the film does find a better pacing, and when it slowed down a little bit more, I found it more enjoyable and was able to better appreciate the character development moments and emotion behind that. It was easier to connect to these characters and humanize them when the pacing was slowed down, and it allowed you to digest these moments. I really enjoyed how the characters themselves and also the background characters in the world dealt with and reacted to the stakes of what's happening. There's lots of questions that were asked, and also you question yourself, what would you do in that situation, and also the morals of what's happening. I liked how much time and detail they put into addressing this and also making you feel a lot of tension while they are dealing with these things. While the characters are panicking and feeling anxious about what's happening, you as a viewer can really relate to that and see that in the characters' performances. You really feel the family dynamic of these characters as well. Each one is given a little bit of time to shine on their own, as well as showing the back and forth that they have together. I especially enjoyed Pedro Pascal's performance the most. I think because of outside of the film in his personal life, he's expressed that he suffers with anxiety, the same that I do. In his performance, it possibly feels like he's taking inspiration from his real-world experiences with anxiety and integrating it into the character's struggles. It was surprising, but I really did like his character the most. Watching somebody with the literal weight of the world on their shoulders was really fascinating, and when him and other characters were worried, as a viewer, I also felt worried. How the characters were all reassuring each other in different hard times, and also how each character had time to shine. Reed Richards' Mr. Fantastic wasn't just the smartest man who had to solve everything. Everybody was given their own chance to do their own things and solve things, and work together, and I really liked that dynamic. I liked how realistic a lot of the problems and solutions were. Sometimes you think that something is going to be easy in how it's all set up, but then something goes wrong realistically, and I found that quite enjoyable and also added to the tension. Galactus as a villain was good, but they weren't entirely great. I would say that they were serviceable, but I think that future films would really benefit from fleshing out his character more and adding a little bit more character motivation and depth to him. The Silver Surfer was also good, and I liked that they explained more about their character and showed more about them. Because of the family dynamic, all of these different characters have great camaraderie as well as they all have their own time to shine. I really like the connection and how they showed this and portrayed this really well in the film. In the film, there's some really intense and good action. There's some chase scenes that are really dramatic and have you on the edge of your seat. They felt really intense, and I definitely felt stressed while watching it. It was very gripping and extremely enjoyable. I would definitely rate this one highly. Although I have limited space on my Blu-ray shelf for my Marvel film collection, I definitely want to add it, so that definitely says something. I'm extremely glad that I watched it, and I highly recommend that you do too. I would rate this a high 8 out of 10, and I was pleasantly surprised. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed the review. Please remember to like and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.